Welcome to Nicole Qigong. This is a practice for nurturing and building, cultivating qi for new growth. We start with our feet close together, comfortably. We notice our center of gravity. We lift the crown of the head, straighten the fingers, and take a few breaths. Our primary intention in regard to health, in a general sense for Qigong, is releasing our tension, our burdens, our stresses. Take a few more breaths, breathing out the mouth, encouraging the release of any stagnant or heavy energy. We're not in a hurry. We're aiming slower. We're doing less. And we're following what feels good in our physical bodies, in our hearts and minds. From here we establish a foundation, a strong and sturdy foundation for our practice. We take the feet and step them out and find a basic stance. Like we're standing on train tracks. The arms move away from the body a little, and we create a little space in the chest and the shoulders, and then we come into a heaviness. We allow the tailbone to loosen, the crown of the head to lift, the fingers to straighten, the soles of the feet connecting to the earth. To begin practice, we've already begun, but to continue practice, we will open our Qi gates. 3 repetitions, lifting the arms, creating a circle up and around, over the head and down. Three times. We're creating a container for practice, thinking of this as kind of like one bookend. Once the container has been opened, we're with ourselves, we're coming home to ourselves. Today we'll come from opening and into Qi scatter. The arms lift and they start to swing. They swing in a diagonal sense, one in front of the body and across, one behind the body. The focus is the front arm, the arm that's coming across. We're looking towards it and the palm is up. The hand and the palm comes up to maybe around the level of the face, and this is a releasing of energy, this form. It's about perhaps throwing away whatever no longer serves you, whatever's stagnant in your life, releasing so that new qi can be cultivated. It's nice to take some cleansing breaths when doing this one. Breath out the mouth. You notice my knees are kind of bending and straightening a little. There's a softness, almost like a bounce, a very gentle bounce happening there. Just supporting the swinging of my arms. Keep going for just a little longer. Slowing down now. Slowing down and coming back into basic form, coming to soften and come back to the practice of Qigong, softening and loosening, taking a few breaths, feeling. From here, we'll come into a form called radiate and lean. Really just describes what we're doing. We're leaning out and we're radiating an arm up overhead, and we're going to take ourselves into a short pause here, looking up towards the hand, and then releasing down. As that arm finishes, we'll allow the other arm to go up in the same way. We'll move side to side. Do one more for each side here. We'll bring our arms now into a large rounded position, like we're holding a big container, maybe a ball. We'll take our arms and we'll rotate them outwardly as we turn our head and look down an arm towards the hand and the earth. And we'll return to the large ball. We'll go from side to side. Nice and slow. As you practice this one, be mindful not to turn the shoulders or turn the chest. Just turning through the neck and the head, and obviously the arms are moving. Just one more time. Come back to the large vessel. Turn the hands over now. Have the palms placed down towards the earth. Lift the arms, and as you lift the arms, the gaze will follow and the arms will taper out wider than the shoulders. There's a short pause here, and then we'll release. The arms will come down and we'll return to holding the vessel. Then we turn the hands over again. We make our way up in exactly the same way, tapering outwardly, short pause, and release. Back to the vessel. One more time. Turn over, lifting. The arms can come by the sides here. We've returned to our basic stance. Let's take a moment to notice any effect in the body, the sensations and how the body is speaking to you. Smile towards yourself. From here, you'll bring your hands out in front of you as if you're holding a ball. Take a few moments. See if you can sense the chi that you're holding between the hands. Make sure the elbows are out and away from your torso, and allow your fingers to be curved but mostly straight and active. From here, it's like you're playing an accordion. You'll begin to float the arms out wider and then press them in. Find a rhythm of doing this and just allow the rest of your body to move as it wishes. That might mean that there's no movement happening in your lower body, or perhaps like me in this moment, you're kind of rocking or pulsing through the knee joints. Most importantly though, keep the knees soft so you're not locking any of your joints, and particularly not the knee joints. Play the accordion, pulse here, take a few more breaths, and just keep focusing on the space between the hands. Take the chi ball and move it onto an angle and pulse on an angle, the diagonal pulsing motion. Keeping your awareness with your fingers, your hands, and the space between your hands. Turn the ball over and swap the diagonal position so that you're pulsing to the other side in the same way. When you come back to the ball, you'll turn it around. You'll bring it so that there's one hand on top and one hand underneath. Whichever hand is on top is the side that you'll move towards. You'll lean the weight out, you'll turn the ball over and you'll lean to the other side. You'll just start leaning from side to side slowly and steadily, moving your weight from leg to leg and flipping the ball, turning the golden ball. Keep the elbows and the arms away from the body. Then from here, as you move out to one side, that hand that's on top will sweep up, the other arm will sweep down, you'll look up, then those arms will both return, your weight will come to neutral and you will come back to your ball with your other hand on top. You'll move to the other side, you'll sweep both arms, creating a diagonal line, sweeping back down to center, and we move side to side. Looking up towards the top arm, sweeping down, collecting the ball, moving from side to side. Let's do one more here to each side. Come back to the ball and we'll turn ourselves onto an angle now. We'll release the ball and we'll bring one hand, each hand out just at the level of the dantian, maybe a little higher in fact. And then we'll take the leg on that side out and we'll put it on a 45-degree angle. It's like we're holding the oars of a boat here. We're going to press down and lift our oars up to the level of our eyes. And then we're going to sweep down and in and lean onto the other leg and bring the oars up. And it's going to create this sweeping forward and back motion. The weight is shifting and the arms are moving kind of in a U shape, in fact. Several times forward, leaning, and then back. Aim to have the hands come right up to the level of your eyes. The next time you draw in, you can pause where you began, withdraw the leg and face forward, then turn yourself onto the other side and exactly the same, making this big U shape. Down, forward, lift, level of the eyes, and back. We'll come back to where we began with this one and turn to face forward. We'll withdraw our leg and we'll allow the arms to come down by the sides. Just take a moment and feel your foundation and drop into the softness of the skill of loosening and softening the Qigong. Take a breath. We just have one more form for today's practice. We're going to lift the arms here, radiate them up with the palms up. We're going to lift onto the balls of the feet, taper the arms in more narrow than the shoulders, and then fingertips guiding you down as your heels come down. You're going to point at the crown of your head. You're going to turn your palms up and radiate your arms out to the sides and down. And then you'll repeat. Palms up, lift the heels. Up above the head, fingertips guide you close but not touching the byway as the heels return to the earth. The palms turn over and the arms radiate down. Let us do one more repetition here. The arms return to the sides of the body. We've returned to our most core basic practice of Qigong, the foundational basic stance. Just take a few breaths standing here, feeling yourself, being at home with yourself in your own refuge. And then as you feel ready to, you'll close your chi gates. This is the other bookend that I spoke of earlier. This is you closing your container and sealing your chi. We don't want the chi to just leak out, to be given away to all the numerous circumstances and events and situations that occur outside of us, outside of ourselves. We're gathering ourselves to ourselves. After the third one, deliberately point the fingers, lift the crown of the head, connect the soles of the feet and soften everything in between. You can return to bamboo in the wind as you're ready and cover your dantian. A nice way to complete practice is to take some deliberate breaths as you hold your center. I always recommend or suggest 9 complete breaths, and if you wish to sit or lay down for a little while after that, please do so. Thank you for joining me for this practice. My name's Nicole Lee, and I look forward to sharing more with you again soon. Bye for now.